Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen. If you find that this resonates with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. It helps the message to circulate, but it also gives other chosen seeds clarity that we're not in this thing alone. So I want to talk to you all about how crazy these synchronicities have been as of late. And I know because I'm a body of the chosen, I'm just one fraction of the chosen, that many of you are out there seeing these synchronicities at a more heightened rate. Like you've been seeing them, but you've been really seeing them as of late. And also keys. What I find to be pretty interesting is that literally 2 days ago, I had asked someone when I was doing a reading for them, I asked them, have you been finding keys lately? And she said, yes, she had found keys in her desk. And I believe she said she found them upstairs in her bedroom. I've been finding keys like crazy. Whether it's walking outside, a key is next to my car, or I'm seeing pictures of keys, or I'm literally finding keys in my home. And so that is also a strong indicator. Not to mention, a friend of mine mentioned that they had lost their keys and recently found them today. So keys and synchronistic numbers are very important right now, because the message that our spiritual team is trying to let us know is that the powers that were have lost their power. We are literally at the end. We're at the end of this particular cycle of a particular group of people being dominant over the entire globe. That whole system has failed. That whole system has come to an end. And so there's no more pushback because we're no longer fighting with them. We already understand that we have won. We've called on judgment. We've called on justice. We've done the spiritual work on ourselves to transform. We've done what was necessary to protect our energy from karmics. And so we've done so much work as a collective body that the energy has shifted to the point where the powers that were have no plan. I have a message coming out later on. It's going to take a long time to upload, but it gets very, very detailed in terms of their strategy and why it's no longer effective. So I suggest that you all tune in a little bit later to get more details surrounding what's really taking place right now. These are the things that are not being televised, because right now the enemy doesn't want to put too much focus on the chosen being raised up and stepping back into our power and getting seated back on our throne, because if they put too much emphasis and attention on that, then it actually shows just how inferior they are. And so this is a time of great change. This is why we are seeing all of these synchronistic numbers. If you're finding keys, it's because you literally possess the key. You've done the work. You literally possess the key to the universe because you understand how energy works. You understand that you are the alchemist. You understand that that divine connection that you have to the Most High Mother and Father and your spiritual team is empowering you to shift the dynamics of humanity today. And so all of those people that was able to gain their wealth, their fortune, their power, their authority through criminality, bloodshed, lies, illusions, and every other thing else that they have created in order to bring destruction to humanity, they now face their own karma. They face their karma. They're all going down together. These synchronistic numbers, especially the number 1111, has stood out very strongly lately. My children bought me the phone earlier and it said 444 as well. I was already seeing 555. I told y'all that a few days ago. And 999, I saw that today, 9999 on the back of the license plate, which indicates a closing of chapters. The number 4 is all about the empowerment of the divine masculine energy, but this is also about setting a firm foundation, a strong foundation that's immovable. It's about security and protection. The number 1 is all about a new beginning. So we're closing out old chapters and we're moving into this brand new beginning. So we're getting ready to see a massive wave. We're already seeing it, but there's a massive wave that is happening here in the world. And again, everything won't be televised, but you can feel it. You can feel the shift that's taking place. And so the powers that were, they was trying their last, few little tricks that they had in their bag, but now their bag is empty. They have no idea how to handle us. They don't know what to do. because we now see all of the agenda. It's very clear, it's exposed, and we're not afraid to speak out about it. For a long time, people understood that certain things was wrong, but because there was a fear of judgment by the majority, people held their tongue and they just went along to get along. But now that we're in this position of empowerment, we could care less about who's judging us and who has, who the naysayers are, because we recognize that most people who speak against the truth are either still asleep or they've gotten real cozy in lies. And so that fear is no longer of any magnitude in our lives. It plays no role in our lives. Okay, it's a non-factor. People can say what they want to say, but you're still going to put the truth out there because this is the time of truth. This is the time of the reveal. And so just know that if y'all have been seeing those numbers, it's because you have persevered. You have maintained your strength. You have been resilient. You never gave up in spite of the opposition, in spite of the confusion, the combative and chaotic energy that the powers that were was trying to send towards you, manipulating people, using karmics, using pawns against you through the media, through music. It was so many different things that was at a war on your soul. And they was hoping that that energy would be enough to put you in a space of submission and get you back to just passively existing again, so that you would then be, looking to them as being your daddy, your God, your savior. But those days are over, because we now understand the power of the mind. And these are the things that they tried to keep secret from us. This is ancient wisdom that they perverted and used to their advantage and to our demise. They told us what we were supposed to think. They told us what we were supposed to believe. They told us how we were supposed to present ourselves to the world and what a stand-up citizen looked like and what true success looked like. They told us these things and we fell for it because we was asleep. It's very easy to be misguided when you're still asleep. I've had my children, they'll wake up. I got a couple of them, they got to use the bathroom, but they'll still be asleep, sleepwalking. And literally, looking for the toilet. And as soon as I see them, I get up and I turn them around and I take them straight to the toilet and plop them down on there because they be ready to pee in a corner somewhere. They're still gone. But that's the time where you can easily manipulate a person, when they're half asleep and half awake. And we was in that state of mind for many generations. For a long time, we was in a state of deep sleep. And that's when you can really manipulate a situation, because a person is completely passive. No recognition, no consciousness of what's happening around them or within them. And so these people, they definitely use that to their advantage. They had their little time. They had their time of power. They had their time of so-called authority and wealth. They had their time. They misused it. They pushed the scales way too far. And now their karma is here right now. Right now. It's not coming. It's here. It's happening. It's already began. And it's going to continue to progressively get worse and worse and worse for those people. The ones that are known and unknown. They're going to continue to work up against each other. This thing is literally deteriorating from the inside out. Not from the outside in, but from the inside out. That's why you see so much chaos in Hollywood. That's why you see so much chaos in the political structure. So much chaos when it comes to one nation against another nation, because you had too many people with their hands in the pot, all for the sake of greed and power. But they understood that they had to keep us asleep and keep us in a submissive state in order to maintain their power. They had to maintain the illusion and the smoke screens in order to maintain that position of power. And so because we've cleared all of that, because the illusion existed within us, they projected the energy out there. We took it in, we ingested it, and it became our reality. It became, we even started living out the illusion that they had projected out there into the universe. But since we did the work internally, cleansed out the illusions, cleansed out the falsehood, cleansed out the conditioning from within our own temples, we are no longer being fed their illusion. We now see right through it. So we're not ingesting it. We're not making it a part of us, nor are we acting it out. And so that shifts the entire narrative. Everything has changed. You possess the key. And so for those of you, if you have been seeing synchronistic numbers, or if you have been having encounters when it comes to keys, those two things right there tells you, it reminds you of who you are and the vital role that you have played and will continue to play in balancing out the energy. You possess the key to tear down the powers that were. You possess the key to build up a new kingdom. You do. You've been chosen. It's your divine assignment. So if you find that you've been seeing the numbers, if you've been finding keys, if you've been getting both, put your synchronistic numbers with a picture of a key next to it, y'all. I really would like to do a pulse check just to see what is going on with the chosen out there. Is it just me? But I don't think it's just me, because I've talked to a number of people who are experiencing the same thing. But I'm saying on a mass level, let's just see where this thing stands, because I'm telling you, it is utter destruction to the powers that were. That's my message for you all. I love you. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all next time.